I remember you used to be an accountant.
Yeah. I still technically am.
Okay.
I pay my fees once a year.
But you hated it, right?
No, I just have a very low attention span. And so therefore the idea of doing an audit and then doing it again the next year, just fundamentally, just my brain didn't work around that kind of idea. Or doing a tax return and then doing it again. And most of accountancy is based around, you learn the first year and then you start to make money year after year. Now if you only have the attention span to do 1 year at a time, you're never going to be commercially a very good accountant.
So, although as I'm sure your insights about accounting are,
yeah.
What advice would you give to someone who kind of wants to find something that they love?
Kiss a lot of frogs.
Kiss a lot of frogs. Okay.
Yeah.
So what you're saying is go out and try a lot of things that maybe you aren't necessarily attracted to and see what happens.
No, I think you have to start in a place where you fundamentally are interested in any given thing, but figure out what you're good at. I think I'd probably rewind that a little bit and say there's a massive risk, I personally believe at this point, that people leave as students and decide to go and set up their own businesses. And so therefore they've never worked inside another business. So how do you know what a big business looks like? Now, some people would argue that's a good thing because then you aren't constrained by everything you've learned in the past. I think, so I did accountancy for way too long, but I actually worked inside a framework, and actually I think it's benefited me longer as my career has gone on, even as an entrepreneur. I understand the dynamics of having to work with people, I understand the dynamics of team, I understand the dynamics of how you might build a big business. So I think there isn't this need, I personally think, of I'm a student, I have to go and start a business. Actually, it's okay to go and have another job. There's no need for you to suddenly be pent up and say, I need to build my first $1 billion business before I'm 24. But there will be an actual point when I talk about kissing frogs. What I'm describing is give yourself the potential to go and meet interesting people and see interesting things which are going on. And in that process, you will get to learn what you enjoy and what you don't. I'm very sad, it just took me way too long to get to that point. And now I'm doing it, I wouldn't want to do anything else. So when you're really young, you have the energy of youth, but you have no framework to work within. It's really hard for you to work out what's good, what's bad, what works, what doesn't. If you've gone and worked somewhere else, whatever that might be, either in a startup or a corporate, whatever that might be, you've built up a level of institutional knowledge, and so therefore it's much easier for you to process lots of data much faster. The other thing I think, which is really important,
you're just more efficient working because you have the process.
But you also become more pragmatic about, like, if I need to get this thing done, this is how I'm going to do it. Where sometimes younger teams feel that they have to do it a certain way, but if you get to the right result at the other end, who cares? Mm-hmm. The other part is, which is a bit of a theme for me, is people tend to, as entrepreneurs, fix the problems they know most about. If you're 21, that's about getting a date, that's about getting beer faster, and or some other, what I would call, relatively trivial subject. Yeah?
Sure.
You're not going to change the world when you're 31. However, if you've worked in pharmacy company or something like the like, actually, and you've had 15 years of experience, and you say, actually, there's a bit that I could do which is better, that's something which takes time. And so I think we as a society, I think it's really important for people to recognize that it's never too late to be an entrepreneur. It's never too late to start your own business. And it's not just about 21-year-olds, it's actually about 31-year-olds or 41-year-olds and 51-year-olds.